Testing 1 2. Hello everyone and welcome to this review. Today I have from Prime 1 Studios their 1/3 scale Arkham Knight Batman figure. For those of you that are not familiar, Rocksteady is a video game developer and they are the ones responsible for designing this suit. Now Prime 1's recreation of this suit in this format is astonishing. Let's get into why and let's start from top to bottom. As you can see here, the head sculpt is very impressive, and the way they were able to achieve that is while the main cowl is made out of polystone, the mouth and skin areas are comprised of a synthetic blend. This synthetic blend is very similar to what you find in Hot Toys head sculpts. It allows more multi-layering of colors, which allows more real-life skin textures. Unfortunately, this is the only head sculpt that comes with the figure, though more head sculpts are available for an additional $230 in a bust set. The shoulder armor and the bat logo on the chest are another notable area. The print or finish that they use to achieve the Kevlar or carbon fiber look at regular viewing distances with the naked eye look very lifelike. I'm using a macro lens to get really deep in there so you guys can see, but as I said, at a regular viewing distance it is very lifelike, and this is really tiny print. The painted on applications are just as well done. As you can see here on the light leather area on his biceps, the lights and the darks are so lifelike. The finite details of the sculpt work, such as displayed here in the tiny little gear sprockets on the blades of his forearm gauntlets. If you guys can imagine how small that is, and those are sculpted, not painted on. Now, if some of you are thinking that the paint on this is easy to do because it's just so much neutral tone colors, take into consideration that there are blacks, light grays, dark grays, golds, oranges, and silvers. All of these lines painted on have to stay within each other. All the way down to the weathering displayed on the sharp corner edges of the boots. Each character in this line of figures has a base that represents them individually. This one obviously has the face of a bat, colored in bronze. The bronze color palette that they chose for it is very lifelike. That, in tandem with the weld marks there, gives this base a very believable metallic object look. It's easy to forget that this is only polystone. With the exception of the black wetter areas in the prototype pictures, this is one of those rare moments where, from concept to creation, what you saw in the pictures is what you are ordering, and I am so pleased to announce that. Much like the rest of the figure, the cape is also of high quality. Though it's not real leather, it's a pleathery material. It's got a very lifelike look to it, and there are 8 wires running down the entire thing. The stitch work is masterful. The 8 wires running through the cape are going to help some collectors get really creative with their cape work, but I only wish there was a wire running at the very bottommost to help with that. To say that I love this figure is an understatement. I've said a lot of great things, but what is wrong with it? There's gotta be something. What are my gripes? Well, as I've stated before, and it's not anything to take away from the figure, it's more of a package standpoint. I wish the other head sculpts were included with this figure, even if it was at a slightly higher premium. Next is the cape. I wish there was a wire running at the bottom of the cape to help with the folds. 8 wires running straight down it are really hard to wrestle, because when you move one, the other one wants to move. A wire at the bottom would really alleviate that. My last issue is for the exclusive owners. The Batarang exclusive, it doesn't really secure itself in any way. There's no magnets or anything like that. You just have to wedge it in there as hard as you can, and mine doesn't even want to stay in there anymore, so I'm just going to use some folded paper to try to get a nicer wedge in there. So how do you know if this figure is for you? Well, just keep in mind that this is a big 1/3 scale figure that needs a lot of headspace. Also, this figure is a video game rendition of a comic book character. Your answers might be found there. Aside from that, this is one of the greatest pieces I've seen delivered from concept to creation. A huge kudos goes to Prime 1 Studios and the production warehouse they went through for mass production. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap the video up right here, guys. What do you guys think of this rendition of Batman from Rocksteady? And which version of Batman is your favorite? Leave it in the comments below. Also, you can help this video out with a rate. For more on all things geek related, you can keep it locked down on my channel. Thanks for watching, guys.